Hello there, I'm Professor Jacob, and if this is your first time attending class, welcome to the world of Pokemon. Before class starts, I wanted to give you a quick disclaimer. There are some curse words and naughty jokes in some of these earlier lessons. We do clean up our act as the class progresses, but if the crudeness bothers you, I'd recommend skipping ahead to maybe lesson 25 or 30. Again, we thank you for listening, and hope you enjoy. Hello there! Welcome to the world of Pokemon. My name is Professor Jacob, but everybody just calls me the Professor.
Hi.
Wait, what?
No,
I'm just gonna let Kurtis display this out and see where he goes.
No, that was it. That was it, Professor. That was your fanfare.
Was it?
He's a kiss-ass assistant.
We didn't fucking talk about
I take my
this.
job very seriously as your assistant.
Hi, Professor Jacob. Hi.
Oh, hello, class. Joining me today is my wonderful and only slightly annoying assistant, Mr. Kurtis. Say hello to everybody.
Why, thank you. I'm here. Feel free to ask me any questions you might have. I'm here for the benefit of the class. Thank you.
Okay.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, because you're like the teaching assistant, right?
That's
okay,
right.
Great.
Excuse me, Mr. Curtis, I have a question. Hands raised. Hello.
Yes, sir. Yes,
I heard
hi.
from one of the other Pokemon trainer
little annoying kid in the
students.
front.
I heard from one of the other Pokemon trainer students that you're not allowed within 300 feet of a Chuck E. Cheese's or a school. So what are you doing here exactly?
I mean, this is less of a school and more of like an open learning center. So,
And you're less of a student and more of a small boy that we found on the street and asked if he wanted to be a Pokemon master.
Okay.
So, so far I haven't broken any laws. So, thank you very much. That was a good
He's
question.
keeping things open. I've kind of lost track of this intro. I guess also joining me today is the small lad that we found on the street. We asked him if he wanted to be a Pokemon master, and he said yes.
Hi,
what is your
I'm Corbin.
name? Wait, you know what? Before you say your name, maybe I could give you some examples of names. You could be Red, or Ash, or Gold, or Carl, or maybe Dickface, or Butthead.
Let's go with Corbin. I think that's a good
Corbin,
name.
okay, that's fine. I mean, yeah, you can.
Yeah.
Enter
So
whatever
hi
you want.
everyone.
Totally unoriginal.
I'm an aspiring Pokemon
but
trainer. I'm 10 years old. You can't tell by my voice, but I actually just turned 10 last week.
Yeah, 10-year-old it up real quick, Corbin.
I hit puberty at 8, and my mom said that I can't go on a Pokemon journey until I learn about all 900 Pokemon. So I'm here in class, and I'm here to learn from Professor Jacob about all these magnificent Pokemon. So
exactly.
What are we learning about today, Jacob? Professor, sorry.
Hold on. Before we do that, we should probably explain what we're doing here, right? We want to go through each we want to go to the Pokédex entries of each Pokemon in order, one per episode, and kind of talk about what's going on there. If it's in a Pokédex entry somewhere, we're gonna cover it. But that's as far as we're gonna go.
Sounds good to me.
All right. Student, I'm gonna need you to take a seat.
Student, student. You know his name.
It is time
I'm
for
sitting,
the professor.
Assistant, I'm sitting. All right.
It's time for the professor to start, please.
I brought everything. I brought my pencils.
Please. The professor.
I'm letting you know that I'm prepared.
Please.
Okay. All right. Hushing.
Please take notes. There will be a quiz at the end.
Okay.
All right. So, the episode 1, we will be talking about the first Pokemon in the Pokédex. Which, by the way, what the fuck is up with the order of the Pokédex?
Are you allowed to talk like that, Professor?
Hey, sit the fuck down and let me talk. Jesus.
Sorry.
Oh my God. Shit. Okay. Think about it for a second. What order is the Pokédex actually in, right? It's in order of, I guess, like, the evolutionary chain. But from then, it just seems like Pokemon that were closest to Oak when he was making the Pokédex. Right?
I guess.
Like, nobody else sees Bulbasaur, Charmander, or Squirtle anywhere else except Professor Oak seems to have a couple of them. And then, like, it goes, like, Pokemon that are on the roads in Pallet Town, right?
On the roads.
Fucking, like, Caterpies and Rattatas.
I know.
Listen, I love Professor Oak. He's a wonderful colleague, and I really respect his work. But, like, that is a bonkers fucking way to order a Pokédex.
Look, he may have been the founder of the original Pokédex, but he's a dumbass. I'm just kidding. No, he's not so bad.
Wow.
Don't tell him I said that.
Don't tell. I just texted it to him. I don't know.
God damn it.
Ooh, you're in trouble now.
I think he just based it off of the starters that he originally gave to Red and his grandson. I think that's how he decided to do this.
Okay, but then why did he I would have ordered it by type, right? Like,
Dude,
I would
you
have
should call him up and bitch at him. I didn't do this. All right.
All right. Well, whatever.
Abra should definitely be number 1, and then Aerodactyl.
Please,
that's
that's in the second semester. All right, we're not going to talk about those.
You're jumping ahead
for
lessons
a long
assistant.
fucking time. All right. So, episode 1, Pokemon number 1. Does anybody know what the first Pokemon in the Pokédex is?
Ooh. Over here.
Mr. Kurtis, do you know?
Oh my god, come on, right here.
Yes, I definitely know that it is the best of the traditional starting Pokemon.
Mr. Mime.
It would be Squirtle, the number 1 starter.
Ooh,
Thank you very much.
You know, this was kind of like a pre-test kind of thing. I was just kind of gauging where you guys' knowledge was. And it
Did we
is
both fail?
You failed pretty hard, but that's okay.
God damn it.
Hey, listen, this first test, it's not for a grade. Okay, so the first Pokemon. Now write this down. The first Pokemon is a Bulbasaur. Has anybody seen a Bulbasaur before?
Not in person.
Okay, can you tell me what it looks like though? Just give me a description. Here, I'll pass out a picture for the class.
You don't have one with you today in person? That's a bummer.
They're extremely rare, okay?
My
this
God.
This is a public access show. We have a very small budget.
Professor, I know something about the Bulbasaur.
Oh, I doubt it. Well, let's hear it.
It has a big leaf on its back.
You know what? That's close. It does have a big leaf on its back. Most people would call
stupid.
it a bulb.
It's an onion.
Oh,
yes. Or a seed, because Bulbasaur is known as the seed Pokemon.
Oh, cool.
I've literally never heard anybody call it anything but Bulbasaur, but whatever. These Pokemon seem to have a secondary naming function, so yes. Now that we know what Bulbasaur looks like, it's green and kind of has like red eyes and shit like that. So I just want to make sure people know what they're working with when if a Bulbasaur happens to come up to them. All right, so they know what we're talking about.
Okay.
So I'm gonna read the Pokédex entries. There's a lot of them because, believe it or not, Bulbasaurs are in every region. Apparently,
I guess he's not that rare if there's so many entries in every region.
I know. I mean, maybe they're just
right.
really well known. I don't know. All right, so I'm gonna start off with Generation
They just
1.
pass the same Bulbasaur around to each region and they take their own notes. I don't know.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna read you the Pokédex entries from the first region, which is the Kanto region. I don't know why I call it the first region. That's a weird thing to do.
It's
I mean,
the closest to your heart. That's why.
Yeah. So the Kanto region. Now what's super weird is that it seems like in the Kanto region and all other regions, there seems to be multiple different versions of the Pokédex, and they each have different description of the Pokemon. Once again, like Professor Oak, I don't know what you're doing, man. That's just gonna lead to mass confusion.
I don't know. Some days he's writing something different about each Pokemon. I don't know. Depends on the mood he's in.
All right, here we go. From the Kanto region, we have a strange seed was planted on its back at birth. The plant sprouts and grows with this Pokemon.
This confuses me.
Right away. Yes, right away there's a lot of questions, so feel free to ask away if you want.
All right, I don't understand. So they say according to the Pokédex, a strange seed was planted on its back at birth. Mm-hmm. Does that mean that somebody seeds this thing when it's born? I thought it was born with the bulb on its back.
Yeah, I did too. You know what? This is a learning community. We're all learning here together. Now, I would assume that the thing that is planting the seeds on the back of Bulbasaurs as they're born would be like the Bulbasaur's mom or dad or something. So presumably a Venusaur. I don't know. But that also leads to the question of, are there Bulbasaurs walking around that like maybe are orphans and don't have seeds on their back?
Holy shit, you're just getting really dark with this, aren't you?
Well, no, I'm just saying, like, Bulbasaurs aren't born with seeds. So you don't have to have a seed or a bulb on your back to be a Bulbasaur.
I guess. Yeah, that's one way to look at it.
So, I don't know. That's fucking weird, dude.
That's really, yeah, I never thought of it that way. I just assumed they were kind of born with the bulb, but I guess not.
Yeah.
Huh.
All right.
Know. That's why we have this class, right?
That's right. High five.
Aha!
High five.
Not you.
I'm in the chair. I can't high five anyway. It involves me getting up. I don't want to do it.
Why do you gotta?
That's right. Stay seated.
All right,
I will tackle you if you approach the podium.
Whoa, bailiff! All of a sudden.
Come on.
No, everybody. I need to regain control of this classroom. All right.
Sorry,
we've been
sorry.
through one Pokédex
Yes,
entry.
Professor.
We got a lot more to go through.
Sorry, Professor.
All right. It can go for days without eating a single morsel. In the bulb on its back, it stores energy.
That makes sense, though.
Does
that makes
it?
Sense.
Okay, but that means it's like a fucking camel.
Well,
Right?
instead of like, people like humans like us store extra, like, we have fat stores. And when we eat less, our body uses fat storage for energy. So, I mean, I guess it's kind of like the Bulbasaur's gut just on its back.
Professor, would this be considered a symbiotic relationship between the plant and animal?
Why did your voice get so high?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
That's a good question though, because where does the Bulbasaur begin and where does the plant end? Right?
I think it's just the bulb. It's just the plant. I think it's part of it.
You just think that it's just a seed that grew on its back. You know what? I would consider this a symbiotic relationship.
I guess I would.
But that being said, that means that the plant has to get some benefit from being on the Bulbasaur. What would that be?
It literally sticks its
nutrients
roots.
from the food the Bulbasaur eats?
Probably.
No, but the Bulbasaur doesn't eat much food. It gets most of its nutrients from the seed. There's one more entry from the Kanto region. The bulb-like pouch on. Okay, well now I'm reading. That's a very big question right there. The bulb-like pouch on its back grows larger as it ages. All right, that's a very common theme that we've been seeing through these. The pouch is filled with numerous seeds. Okay.
That makes sense.
No, it says the bulb-like pouch.
Okay,
what the fuck does that mean?
It starts as a bulb, but then it's a bulb pouch. What does it make sense?
No, it's not a bulb pouch. It's a bulb-like pouch. What is it really?
Pouch.
It is
Is
a
it a
bulb.
bulb, or
It's
is it a
literally
pouch
a
that
bulb.
looks like a bulb?
It's a bulb.
Is it? Then why did they say
Yes.
bulb-like?
Because it's a pouch too.
Uh-huh.
Look, man, I didn't write this. Professor Oak was on some jack shit. I don't know.
That's a good
Smoking
question.
some-
Who did write this? Like, was it Oak or was it Red? Did Red take the
I don't know. It's probably Red, idiot, or Gary, dumbass.
Blue.
Sorry, Gary's his other grandson. that we don't
Yeah.
talk about.
It's his grandson from the alternate universe. All right, and the pouch is filled with numerous seeds. Are those the seeds that get planted into other Bulbasaurs?
Probably. I mean, it keeps growing, right? And then eventually it gets more seeds in it, and then eventually it's gonna open up as it evolves. So
Yeah, well, you shouldn't know that yet.
I don't know that. I'm just assuming.
Okay, now what would happen? Now this is just a thought experiment. What would happen if you took one of the seeds from the bulb-like pouch on a Bulbasaur and planted it?
It'd probably just be the bulb by itself, or maybe it won't survive at all. Maybe it has a symbiotic relationship where it has to be embedded inside Bulbasaur.
Right.
Maybe it would just.
How do you plant something on the back of Bulbasaur?
I don't know. It may have a little. I don't know. I've never seen a Bulbasaur's back without a bulb. It may have a little hole in there where the seed goes.
like a little like a
Well, maybe there's
whale lords, like a little spout.
Oh, blowhole. Bulbasaur's got a blowhole.
Maybe it's got I have an idea.
Maybe there's ever a dumb Venusaur mom that sticks a bulb in its ass instead of its blowhole.
Watch your language.
Sorry.
It's more detention.
God.
Did you not read the syllabus?
No, we have a syllabus?
No.
We had a whole week to read that. That's syllabus week.
That is true. Classes do have like a fucking syllabus week.
They do. They have a whole syllabus week. I didn't read it at all.
That much is obvious. Mr. Curtis, what were you saying about Bulbasaur?
I said maybe that's where the pouch comes into play. Maybe he has a little like Kangaskhan. That's right.
Yeah, like a Kangaskhan
pouch. Yeah. but on its back.
All right, so that's enough for Kanto region. Now we can move on to the Johto region. The seed on its back is filled with nutrients. The seed grows steadily larger as its body grows.
Makes sense. We covered that.
Yeah, so, okay, there's that thing, like, the seed on its back is filled with nutrients, so I'm assuming that that's how it can go for days without eating a single morsel.
Right.
It carries a seed on its back right from birth. As it grows older, the seed also grows.
Right, it grows into a bulb. So it starts as a seed, then it grows into a bulb filled with other seeds.
For
Yeah,
more
that makes
bulb
sense.
growing. Okay,
That's
but
pretty
this one
consistent.
says it carries a seed on its back right from birth, not really mentioning the planting event.
Well, yeah, I mean,
Well,
it's kind of implied, though. I mean, just because it says it carries a seed on its back from birth doesn't mean it's not planted.
Fair enough. While it is young, it uses the nutrients that are stored in the seeds on its back in order to grow.
Yep, said that already.
Okay, but does that mean it's a symbiotic relationship? What does the seed get from this?
I mean, if plants are alive, so yeah, I would consider a symbiotic relationship, definitely.
For it to be a symbiotic relationship, both parties involved need to gain something from it.
I would like to think this is a special type of seed that evolved through the evolutionary line, where it's like you can't just plant it into the ground like most plants and it just grows through the soil. I think it literally, the only way this plant survives is it literally just has to be inside of a Bulbasaur.
It has to be in a Bulbasaur.
It has to be in a Bulbasaur.
And it's planted by the Ivysaur mom.
Or Venusaur mom.
From her plan. Venusaur mom.
I mean, I don't think it says anywhere that a Pokemon doesn't have to be evolved to give birth? Lay an egg? Lay an egg. Let's say lay an egg.
Lay an egg.
Yeah.
I don't know if they have eggs or not.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen plenty of Bulbasaur.
All Pokemons have eggs.
Where are you getting that from? Just pulling that out of your ass there?
Yeah, what peer-reviewed article did you read that from, Mr. Curtis? So that's all of the Johto region. It's pretty straightforward. Like, this is the problem with Bulbasaur, is that it has one defining feature, and it's that seed that's on its back that grows as it grows. Like, we're gonna see that a lot. All right, so here's from the Hoenn region. So Bulbasaur can be seen napping in bright sunlight. There is a seed on its back.
No way!
Yeah, believe it or not, guys, there's a seed on this one's back.
Whoa, really?
By soaking up the sun's rays, the seed grows progressively larger. Hold on.
That's not something we mentioned before.
No. It's all we've heard is that as Bulbasaur grows larger, the seed grows larger. Now it's saying that this growth of the seed is not related to the growth of the Bulbasaur at all. Unless Bulbasaur also gets larger.
I would assume that Bulbasaur needs to be in the sun. Like, I think it's kind of assumed that he's got to be in the sun in order for it to grow larger. Like, it grows with him, but he's got to be in the sunlight.
Okay.
Well, it's like every plant. Plants need sunlight to grow. So,
yeah,
sunlight and soil, it needs sunlight in Bulbasaur's ass.
Okay, 2 more entries from the Hoenn region. There is a plant seed on its back right from the day this Pokemon is born. The seed slowly grows larger. A strange seed was planted on its back from birth. The plant sprouts and grows with this Pokemon. Okay?
Yeah,
same old
with the sunlight. Yep.
Same old. We could move on to the Sinnoh region, the Unova region, but those kind of repeats what we've seen before in the Kanto, Johto, and Hoenn region. So we don't necessarily need to read those.
Okay.
However, there is a very special Pokédex out there that is owned by some kid named Ash Ketchum. That name has to be
Ketchup.
fake.
Oh, I love ketchup.
That name has to be Ketchum. Really?
Ash. Yes, of course. Ashley Ketchum. Mm-hmm. I know exactly the woman you're speaking of.
Nope, it's definitely a kid, a guy. It's a male.
Oh,
that's
yes,
not
guy,
a
yes.
man. That's a
what I was
boy.
talking about.
He's always gonna be a boy.
He's always my special little boy. But yeah, it seems like he has a special Pokédex that reads something completely different from any other Pokédex that we've seen in any of the other regions. And there may be a few other special Pokédexes out there. Serena also. I don't fucking know who that is, but she also has a weird Pokédex. Alright, for Bulbasaur, Ash's Pokédex says, Bulbasaur, It bears the seed of a plant on its back from birth. The seed slowly develops. Researchers are unsure whether to classify Bulbasaur as a plant or an animal. That's true. We don't know. Bulbasaur are extremely calm and very difficult to capture in the wild. It also gives a description of one of Bulbasaur's attacks, Solar Beam. It says, Solar Beam, Bulbasaur's strongest attack. Light is collected and formed into a powerful beam with intensive force. Okay, and there was one more that I'm going to read. It's Serena's Pokédex. It says, Bulbasaur, the seed Pokemon. A young Bulbasaur uses the nutrients from its seed for the energy it needs to grow. All right. So there is some kind of symbiotic relationship here. As Bulbasaur's seed grows, it also grows, but like it needs the nutrients from the seed to grow. So I have a question about this nutrients in the seed. Like,
yes.
I know not many people like to talk about this, but if it has a lot of nutrients, you think it would be a prime target for other, I don't know, carnivorous Pokemon.
Yeah, that's a good
eat.
point. I'm sure it's really susceptible to predators because it's a bowl full of nutrients.
Well, maybe that's part of the relationship. The Bulbasaur protects the plant, and the plant helps supply nutrients to the Bulbasaur.
Yeah, and it allows it to perform a massive beam of solar energy somehow. Who knows?
Yeah, that's a good point. That, and it's also like it also uses that same bulb too. So not only does it store nutrients, it also uses it to attack. So that's a good point as well.
Yeah. So like,
it's pretty cool.
I think any Bulbasaur out there that doesn't have a seed planted on its back isn't going to live for very long.
Right.
So,
which it makes it seem like that is possible. That is the thing. I've never seen it, but it seems like that is the thing where
you've never seen it in your 10 years on this earth?
No, I haven't. I've seen a lot of shit.
Really fucking surprising. Hey, have you ever seen a Bulbasaur in the wild?
I have not.
I didn't fucking think
I'm not allowed outside. That's why my skin is so white.
Yeah, I also want to talk about in these episodes, I want to kind of talk about where these Pokemon are found, maybe, if that's an interesting venue we can talk about. Believe it or not, there is no known location to find Bulbasaurs out in the wild.
Wow. So I guess
in fact,
just kind of shits them out, huh?
Well, here, I've heard, so this is interesting, through hearsay, or through an anonymous report from a researcher like me. It says, Bulbasaurs are starter Pokemon that are raised by breeders to be distributed to new trainers. So they're all raised in captivity. All the ones that we have or know of are raised in captivity.
Well, I mean, what if the reason for that is because they're so susceptible to being killed? Because
they're so delicious.
Maybe they have a nutrient bulb on their back.
Dude, fry that shit
the,
right up.
The Rattatas. Eat them all.
I don't think a Rattata would. I don't know. I think a Bulbasaur could hold its own against a Rattata.
So having been domesticated from birth, Bulbasaur is regarded as both a rare and well-behaved Pokemon. You could learn a thing or two from these Pokemon, Corbin.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Burn! Nice one, Professor. High five.
At least I'm allowed in schools, you idiot. Got him.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Received and serve returned.
Ooh, got it.
It is known to be extremely loyal, even after a long-term abandonment. Holy shit.
Oh, wow.
Holy shit.
What kind of dickhead would abandon a fucking cute little Bulbasaur? Jesus.
Bulbasaur has also shown itself to be an excellent caretaker, even having a special technique called the Bulbabai. I'm starting to question the validity of this report.
What the hell's a Bulbabai?
Well, let me explain it to you. To perform this technique, Bulbasaur uses its vines to pick up a young Pokemon and soothingly rocks it in the air. It's like a little babysitter. It's like a little mama.
Cute.
Bulbabai, baby.
Does it say that too? Does it sing? Does it speak English?
Yes.
Okay.
You know, I'd really love to get a good Bulbabai. Help me go to sleep.
This is why you're not allowed in schools.
I've fallen asleep too many times in the classroom.
Yeah, Pokemon rock you. Not a Bulbasaur. You have a Venusaur. They're stronger. Bulbasaur can't pick your ass up. Sorry, assistant.
Could the fighting between the assistant and the student please, pause for a second? Okay. So I hope you guys were paying attention.
I was.
Because I would like to give.
Is that it for the lesson?
Yeah, that's all. I mean, I could tell you. Here, let me tell you how tall Bulbasaurs are. So a Bulbasaur, an average Bulbasaur, is about 2 foot 4 inches. 2 feet 4 inches.
Wow, that's short.
Okay.
Wait a second. That would come up to like what? Your lower thigh? What the? Wait.
I mean, maybe for me because I'm 10, but not for you guys.
Hold on.
2 feet is like your fucking calf.
Professor, let me get my ruler out.
That comes up to like your Bulbasaur is about as high as your knee.
Wow.
Yeah, if you're 6 feet tall, a Bulbasaur with a bulb will come up to like knee, lower calf.
That makes sense. That actually makes sense.
That's way bigger than I thought it was.
How much does it weigh, though? That's the question.
It weighs 15.2 pounds. On average, I guess. It depends on how much sun it's soaked up in its bulb. Because as you know, it grows larger as the Bulbasaur grows.
It's a good thing it doesn't keep anything in that bulb. Otherwise, it would get way too heavy.
Oh, God, it does. It does keep things.
God, I've been paying attention more than him. All right, I'm ready for the quiz now. If we have one, so I want to beat his ass.
So we're going to do a quiz at the end of every episode. Now, the way I want to do this is it's going to be like kind of like a buzzer situation. So I'm going to ask the question. And you guys are going to, I don't know, buzz in somehow. Maybe you're like give me like a, I don't know. Give me your best impression of a Bulbasaur. Do it.
Right now, or you want to just buzz?
I need to hear it right now so I can know what it's going to be when you guys are doing it.
That was a bird. Pretty sure that was a Pidgey, you idiot.
That's a bulb. That's a bulb. Bulb.
There you go.
All right, that's perfect.
Thanks, Dad.
All right. Now, no cheating.
Okay.
Question number 1.
How many questions?
There's 4 questions.
Oh, sweet. I'm going to beat you, assistant. You
All
suck.
Right. So remember, before you say the answer, buzz in and I'll call on you. Okay? All right. Question number 1.
Okay.
When does Bulbasaur get a seed planted on its back? That would be Corbin. I mean, technically, Corbin did buzz in first, but he did not buzz in with the sound of a Bulbasaur, so I'm going to have to give it to Mr. Curtis.
Thank you.
Mr. Curtis. Please, what is your answer?
What was the question again?
No, you fucking
pass it to me.
Failed.
Give it to me.
Corbin.
I know it.
What is it, Corbin?
It's planted on its seed at birth from its mom.
It's planted on its seed from birth? What does that even mean?
Sorry, the seed is planted on its back at birth from its mom.
Planted on its back at birth.
Right.
Nope, I got the answer. He said wrong.
Give it to me.
I'm giving you both half a point.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. That's fair.
Question number 2. Does Bulbasaur's seed stay the same size?
Bulbasaur.
That's Corbin.
No, it grows along with the size of the Bulbasaur. It grows with
Perfect. All right, that is 1 point.
1.5 points.
For little baby boy Corbin.
Yes, feels good to be 10.
Question number 3.
It's the last one.
Question number 3. Where is this Pokemon commonly found in the wild?
Bulbasaur.
You did interrupt me before I finished speaking.
I didn't even hear the question because he was interrupting.
Oh, God. Okay, I'll ask it one more time.
Wow.
Where is this Pokemon commonly found in the wild?
Bulbasaur.
Curtis, you didn't even want to try to buzz it?
No, I already buzzed in and he told me no.
Oh, God.
I got it.
All right, Corbin.
It's commonly breeded and it's passed around. That sounds weird. It's passed around from professors and it is breeded. It's not really found in the wild.
That's because the word is not breeded, it's bred.
No.
Thank you very much.
Sorry.
Fucking Curtis knows his shit about bread.
That's right.
All right, point goes to Corbin.
2.5 points. Curtis has half a point. You suck.
Curtis, you gotta be on the ball with this fucking buzzing in.
I'm ready.
Okay.
I'm ready.
All right. Question number 4, the hardest question.
Okay.
How does Bulbasaur go extended periods of time without eating?
Bulbasaur.
Bulbasaur.
Very, very close. I'm gonna give it to Curtis because I feel bad for him.
He definitely goes extended time without eating because he gets all of the good juices from his bulb in the
Exactly correct. I'm gonna give you 4 points for that.
Oh,
oh,
dude, come
thank
on.
you. 4.5 points.
What?
Suck
He
it.
gets 4.5 and I only have 2.5?
Curtis. All right, so it looks like Curtis is in the lead.
Oh,
Here.
There
come
we
on.
go.
4.5 points to Corbin's only 2.5 points.
Dude, give me a bonus
No,
question. This is bullshit.
Corbin, you're gonna have to try a little bit harder.
Oh,
if you
you're a
wanna-
shit professor. You suck, dude.
See you next week, little Corb.
My God.
Thank you all for coming today. You have your homework.
What
Next week-
homework?
No,
To beat
shut
Curtis's ass next week?
If that, you clearly did not read the syllabus.
Oh my God.
It's in the
whatever.
fucking syllabus.
My homework is to read the
in
fucking
the fucking
syllabus.
Next week, we'll be talking about Bulbasaur's evolved form, Ivysaur. Class dismissed.